Hi everyone, welcome back to Astro Sun Gazer. I'm your host Carrie, also known as Painted Night Owl Feather. I am coming here today to do the astrological tarot report for November 2016. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you everyone so much for welcoming me into your home and welcoming me into your heart. I really appreciate all the love and affection I've gotten since I started doing these. It really means a lot to me. Probably one of the reasons why I held back quite a long time from doing them was, everybody wants to be received well. So I put my fears aside, and it's been a wonderful blessing since I started this, and I'm going to continue. On to that exciting stuff I've got going on. Let me tell you, the energy is just pumping up. But number one, thank you for the beautiful soul that wrote on my comments about the deck that I was using. This is a picture of DNA. I hope you can see this much better now. This is by James Wanless, and it's called the Voyager deck. And I'm super excited because I made contact with him. He was so nice and so helpful, and actually offered to send me the book. So I'm just thrilled to death that I got to meet with him, and that also leads me to, it's just one of the most important things is to say thank you to everybody out there. So before I get too far into what I've got going on, a big shout out to Astro. They welcomed me. You can go to astrojar.com. Some of the best readers are on there. They're so much fun, and they're so vibrant and wonderful, and I really enjoy all the readings and everybody that's attached to that. It's growing every day. So also a shout out to Marie Moore, and partnership with her in Astrojar through Minopon. So look them up on YouTube. They're wonderful. I can't even tell you. I'm about to jump out of my skin, excited to be even thinking, the beginnings of collaborating with these people, because they're wonderful and they're so enlightening, and they've helped me so much, and they've helped me grow. And that's what we're all here to do, is just to help one another grow. So anyway, the next thing I wanted to tell you about, which is so super exciting, since I opened this door and decided that I would step through this Astro Tarot journey and bring my gifts out and start sharing them. I also had the pleasure of having a good friend of mine who's very spiritually enlightened, and I love her. I've known her since I was a child. She came in for a visit out of town, and when she came, I said I wanted to use my child's play cards, and I had gotten this new deck, and I hadn't really played with it much, but I had the feeling that I wanted to use it on her. So I opened it up and brought it out, and she said, "Oh, that's funny. That looks like a friend of mine that's in a group of mine, a group that I'm in on Facebook." And it looked like her artwork. Well, sure enough, it was. It was the great Paulina Cassidy, of all people. I can't even tell you how excited I got. I mean, thrilling. And I'll have to cut this deck because I'm going to pull this card and show it to you. But this is the back of her cards, but this is the front of her card. Will you look at the imagery? Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. Yes, I love her artwork. I have always loved her artwork. Just phenomenal, just phenomenal. So actually, maybe because that was on the top of the deck, we'll keep that one as the overlying energies for this particular intro, because it's temperance. It's basically speaking to all of us. We have to be tempered, right? Um, Pottery doesn't become fine china until it's been fired in a certain way, and I think that's kind of what we're going through. So maybe that was a message from her. Temperance for all of us to measure everything we've got going on. But I am going to put it back in the deck. Anyway, very exciting. Today I am going to be doing a reading for each of the signs. I decided that it was nice to do the one video, probably a little easier on me, but Everybody's been so wonderful with me, and I felt like it's Halloween, and I'm not going to go out and trick or treating or anything like that. We're going to probably hand out candy here, but that's about it. So I thought, well, might as well do a bigger reading for everybody. It is pretty heavy, thick, sticky energy. I did notice when I was shuffling my cards earlier, I smudged them and I crystalled all of them, and I pre-shuffled everything so that we can get some nice clear energy, because I know everything's so thick and so sketchy. So I noticed that with the cards that they were really having a hard time shuffling. They the energy is just thick and heavy. So I just gave these a quick reshuffle, and maybe that temperance card will come back up for somebody. Maybe it won't. Anyway, happy Halloween, everyone. This is your intro, and I'm going to go ahead and get going with everybody's video. Have a great day. Enjoy this month. Try to dig deep and do the work that we all have to do to get this earth back on track to where we can live abundantly with it instead of against it. So that's the message of the day, and I wanted to use the word Minnetonka with you also, in case you don't know what Minnetonka is. It's great water, and water is consciousness. So we're in a battle for it out in the Dakotas, but we're in a battle for it all over the world, and we all need to come together, band together, brothers and sisters as one, and bring the light back to this earth. Hi, Sagittarius. How are you guys tonight? All right, we're gonna get this party started. See what's going on. You guys have had some interesting cards. I'm doing a little different layout than I've been doing, but we're gonna have fun. I got the Voyager cards. I'm all excited about them. Drawing your cards right now. See what we've got going on for my Sagittariuses. I don't have a format really in place at this point in time. I basically just doing whatever Spirit calls me to do. It's funny because I just got that vibe from Sagittarius, like it's very loose, and Sagittarius people are fun. They're the adventure club, man. I want to go traveling in a bandwagon of Sagittarius. I want to go like around the world with you guys. You guys are wonderful, and you do go around the world on a daily basis. Whether you're travelers or you're dealing with other people from different cultures, or whether you just embody that open, free, flowing energy, like nothing can hold you down. So that's really wonderful. Actually, I do have a couple of really good friends that are Sagittarius, and I always have a blast with them. Wonderful. Um, and they free me of so many restrictions. I got to be honest. Hanging around the one girlfriend of mine, when I hang around with her, and after I get done hanging around with her, I'm like, I want to go wild, man. I'm like, I'll say exactly what I'm thinking anytime I'm thinking, and I don't apologize for it. And oh, it's amazing when you get a Sagittarius moon. I'm a Cancer rising with the Cancer moon at 28 and 29 degrees, so I really like am affected by the moons. And it's funny when I get a Sagittarius moon, I know I'm going to tell somebody about something. So it's funny. Um, anyway, the first card that you have is Reflection, the Two of Worlds. So it's asking you, you had to do some reflecting on some things. You had to decide some things, maybe. Just see different points of view, maybe. And then what happened? Uh-oh. Disappointment. You didn't really like what you had to see. And you decided to get the hell out of there. Took your little wagon and you left. In the middle of the night, maybe. Very sharp, abruptly. Things started crashing around you. Yeah, you were just in this contemplation, and all of a sudden, boom, bam, there it is. I'm going to say it like you were bullshit. Some bullshit. Some stupid stuff, some hurtful stuff, some painful things. Something happened very destructive, and it could have been a death. This is the Five of Cups. It could have been a death, and it caused emotional upheaval. And you decided to move rather swiftly and quickly. You know, you decided that didn't matter how far you had to travel, you were going away from whatever that was for you. I'm sorry. It's pretty hard to go through life sometimes. And then you became the Page of Swords. Look at this card. I love her artwork. Page of Swords. You had to cut through something. You didn't feel totally prepared for this battle. You felt like it knocked the wind out of you. Very shaky ground beneath you. And you had the Five of Pentacles. And it affected your sense of security. Your sense of knowing that you were protected and taken care of. I hope it wasn't one of your parents or something. Somebody that you loved and looked out for, or looked out for you. And you felt isolated. But, notice in this card, you are not alone. So even if you did lose somebody, you still had somebody with you to comfort you. So you didn't feel alone and isolated. Maybe it was the Queen of Pentacles. This is an earth sign. Maybe it was a strong Capricorn or a Virgo or a Taurus that knew exactly how to ground you and bring you back to this sense of security. That you're not alone. And nonetheless, you are a page. Okay? Page of Swords. So, nonetheless, you're all about justice and truth, okay? You're just new at it, and you're trying to decipher maybe some things. Maybe some things went down that you weren't really sure of, and they shook your foundation, and you weren't sure what was going to happen. And you thought that you might be isolated and out in the cold, but in fact, either you embodied the sense of the Queen of Pentacles and decided, no, I know how to do this. I've been through this before, and I'm going to handle this. Or you had somebody dependable and reliable that you could count on, okay? And they came through for you and gave you that sense of security about it. And you got an answered prayer. Answered prayer. So, maybe you ask the heavens above to give you an answer. It takes a lot to ask, doesn't it? But then you have the retreat card. So you get to stand back. You get to just hold on a minute, take it easy. You had an answered prayer, and you need to retreat. Okay, this is where you're at. You need to retreat a little bit. You need to take a step back from things that are going on around the world. Just take a step back. I want to say that for some reason because you're such a worldly creature. Step away from the things that are going on in the world. Step away and get into your quiet time. Because you are your highest, truest soulmate, right? You have to be there for you. You have to be the biggest mate to you, and I feel like saying that to you for some reason. But maybe you need to retreat a little bit and spend time with your soulmate too. If you're in you're in a committed relationship, maybe you need to spend time with your committed relationship and retreat so that you can get a handle on where, what the goals are for your relationship, where you're planning on going together, what things you plan on bringing to life together, because you're co-creators on the physical plane with the spiritual plane. So, getting in touch with that again is probably vitally important for you, and it might help reconnect different sides of you that you haven't expressed yet. You do have Saturn and Venus in your house right now with your sun, so that's, not with your sun, I'm sorry, the sun's in Scorpio next door with the moon and Mercury, okay? So that's heavy-duty energy next door. You can hear the clamoring and the shaking and the, beating from the pots and pans, so to speak. You can totally hear what's going on next door, and it's heading your way. You're next. It's knocking on a door next to you. So, it's the sun. It's coming next. The Mercury and the moon, they're all coming to your sign next. So you're paying attention to what's going on in Scorpio. What are they really digging up and bringing to life, so that you're going to know what needs to be healed, right? So, because you're the Sagittarius. So it's interesting, but you also got the Chariot. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're taking off. You're leaving. Meet your dragonflies. You're carrying your little buggy. Gotta go. I like that card. That's the card of Cancer. Maybe you're leaving with a Cancer. You've got 2 Chariot cards in your reading. That's amazing. So, okay, let's just... Okay, now you have the 5 of Spring, and it says, opposing goals arising from different opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. Okay, so are you around overly ambitious people? Are they shooting for goals that have nothing to do with yours? Are you second guessing yourself? Are you doubting yourself? Are you having 2 minds of things, which is not really like you, but maybe because of all this stuff that's going on next to you, maybe you're starting to doubt yourself, like, okay, that sun and that moon and that Mercury are headed for me. Am I making the wisest choice? Am I making the best decision? Am I doing my best, because it's coming here, and when it comes here, I'm going to have to be on my game. The sun is, all illumination, so there's everything tidied up here. Am I able to get to this healing that I'm supposed to be doing, okay? And I don't even know why I'm saying that, but the next card is the King of Autumn, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Oh, come on! There it is. Sagittarius. Everything is going your way. A good person and a good company to work for. Okay. I don't even know where this came from, this 5 of Spring. Okay? I don't know why that's in your reading. I don't know why. Because you don't have to play that game. Okay? If somebody is doubting you or telling you something, and you know better and you know different, then hold your head up in the air and move along. Because you're already charismatic. You're already accomplished. You already know what time it is. You've got the Chariot and you're going. Don't let anybody derail you. You've got the Chariot twice. You are really going. I think I told you in the last 10 days you might be traveling, so if you are taking off on a traveling adventure, don't let anybody discourage you and tell you, oh, we don't think that's the right move for you, or what about this, or what about that. Just take your abundant self and move out in the world and do what your life says for you to do. Hold your life to be yours. Don't be moved. Don't be shaken. I don't think that's really anything much, because you've been disappointed. And it's time to move from disappointment. Okay? So have a great, great, great November. I'm sorry that you had disappointments, and I'm sorry that you had to go through some tough things, and I'm sorry that you have to move so quickly. But when you move, new things happen, and abundance shows up, because you've made space for new things to come in. So I would say it's probably going to get interesting over the full moon. I'm going to try to do a full moon video. Okay? But have a great November, and thank you for being here. If you have any questions, please leave any questions at the bottom of the video, and I will get back to them as soon as I possibly can. And thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing.